last time, it was mentioned that Renako and Mai finally reconciled. However, since that, Satsuki has stopped speaking to Mai and has even distanced herself from Renako and the others. This has left Taiho, who originally planned to organize a summer outing for everyone, feeling trouble, and she decides to find a way to help them make up. One day, Satsuki suddenly approaches Renako. Renako initially assumes Satsuki wants to discuss how to reconcile with Mai. But Satsuki declares that being constantly bullied isn't her style. She's already plotting revenge against Mai. Sensing trouble, Renako tries to make an excuse to leave, but Satsuki grabs her and asks if she'd be willing to become her lover. Renako suspects Satsuki is trying to use her to provoke Mai, but Satsuki insists she genuinely likes Renako. Though skeptical, Renako firmly refuses, saying, becoming lovers is out of the question. After school, Mai suggests hanging out nearby, but Renako, still unsettled by Satsuki's words, declines. Unexpectedly, Satsuki seizes the moment to announce that Renako already has plans with her. Taiho, misunderstanding the situation, praises Renako for her plan, and untrusts her with handling Satsuki, leaving Renako unable to explain the truth. Satsuki drags Renako to a restaurant, gleefully remarking how satisfying Mai's reaction was earlier. Renako nervously agrees, thinking Satsuki's plan has succeeded and they can now focus on reconciling with Mai. But Satsuki coldly replies that it's far from enough. She can't understand why Renako still refuses to join her in revenge, especially since Mai has hurt Renako many times before. Renako insists that, as a friend, she can't pretend to date Satsuki just to hurt Mai. Satsuko isn't surprised by this answer. She never intended to force Renako to cooperate. Seizing the opportunity, Renako suggests that since Satsuki can't provoke Mai on her own, maybe they should just reconcile. After all, their ongoing Cold War is stressing her out so much that she might eventually stop coming to school altogether. As Renako's reasoning grows increasingly exaggerated, Satsuki reluctantly agrees, but on one condition. They must pretend to be lovers for the next 2 weeks before she'll consider making up with Mai. To mend their friendship, Renako accepts Satsuki's terms. She assumes the pretend relationship will be purely performative. But Satsuki clarifies that, though brief, she intends to play the role of a devoted girlfriend, even if Renako has certain physical expectations. Horrified, Renako hastily denies any such thoughts. To prove her sincerity, Satsuki takes Renako's hand. Seeing Satsuki blush slightly as their fingers intertwine, Renako can't help but think she looks unexpectedly cute until Satsuki smirks and asks, should I send Mai a photo of us holding hands? Instantly, Renako retracts her earlier thought, lamenting that Satsuki is nothing but a scheming, wicked temptress. The next day, Renako begins her full relationship with Satsuki. Surprisingly, Satsuki doesn't do anything extreme. She simply asks Renako to accompany her to and from school. On their way home, Satsuki inquires about Renako's hobbies. Reluctant to admit her love for violent FPS games, Renako tries to dodge the question, but Satsuki sees through her and insists honesty is necessary to understand her better. Cornered, Renako confesses that gaming helps her focus and forget her worries. Satsuki relates, admitting she loses track of time when absorbed in a good book. Before parting, Satsuki shyly hands Renako a book, claiming she'd enjoy its contents. Touched by Satsuki's rare bashfulness, Renako's heart flutters until she realizes it's erotic literature. Internally, she screams, what kind of person does she think I am? The following morning at school, Mai pulls Renako aside. She's noticed Renako collaborating with Satsuki on something aimed at her but claims not to mind after all. Renako's kindness and loyalty are why she loves her. She encourages Renako to follow Satsuki's lead without worrying about her feelings. Yet despite her words, Mai's sight twitches involuntarily when she witnesses Satsuki and Renako acting intimate. Caught between Satsuki and Mai, what troubles await Renako? Will the two ever reconcile? Stay tuned to my channel for the latest updates.